Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the God of Knicks podcast. I'm your host, Apollo Reed. I'm here with the cousin of Rick the Ruler. How you feeling, man?
I'm you know what? I'm feeling good. This game didn't turn out exactly how I thought it was gonna turn out, so I'm good.
Yeah, I was gonna go there. I was gonna go there for you, but it's fine. You jumped out of it. That's cool. That's cool.
Hey.
So yeah, we beat the Cavs tonight. Not all of our fans and co-hosts really thought that was gonna happen.
I mean,
but
we were on a 4-game slide, and then we play in Cleveland, who's pretty much been dominant this entire season. So I mean, right. I think a lot of people lost some money tonight, though.
Oh, without a doubt, It's easy to bet on the Knicks this year. It's like, oh well, technically, but it's I don't know what team we're gonna get every night now. I truly don't know. I don't know if we're gonna get the 8 winning streak team or we're gonna get the 4-game losing streak team. You know what I'm saying? I don't know which one we're gonna get. Unfortunately, for Cleveland, we decided to revert the streak that we were on tonight. And that led to us beating them 105-103, which is the game was a good game. Yes. 105-103 is a great indicative to what the game actually was. It was back and forth. It was close. I think the biggest lead for the Knicks was 10 points. 10 points.
At least that's what I remember.
That's what I remember. And I think for the Cavs, it might have been
13.
13. Yeah, I feel like it was 13. Just one of those games where you're like, you're waiting for the other shoe to fall off. Like, all right, this is gonna happen. Now, they're not gonna pull this one out. Even at the end, we had the lead.
Yeah.
There was 15 seconds on the clock. Guarantee you, 90% of our fans out there was like, yeah, they're gonna find a way to win this game.
Yeah, they were just trying to figure out how are we gonna lose it.
How are we gonna lose?
Not that we might lose it. How are we gonna lose?
They give us 15 seconds to lose. That's basically what it felt like. But great defense. Shout out to
Harkenstein.
Well, few people. Shout out to Grimes. I'm going to send a shout out for a defensive effort on Julius Randle.
I knew you were going there.
Wow, I said that. So it was welcome. I just didn't want us to give them a 3. Whatever happened, I just didn't want to see Donovan Mitchell hit a step back 3 to win this game. Like, I didn't want to win that way. Like, if you beat us, I go to the line or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, beat us at the free throw line because we didn't hit our freaking free throws as usual. But the step back 3, that would have hurt. And it was Donovan. Oh man, in the Garden. God, are you kidding me?
We'd have been kicking ourselves over that trade like we still are, but
oh my God,
10 times worse. Yeah.
We lost this game and we're still like, we should have got this guy, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I think shout out to the effort from these guys tonight. You know what I mean? 48 minutes.
Well, it wasn't a total game of effort.
It was a very sloppy game. Most of the game was sloppy to me.
Their defense bailed them out toward the end, though. Yeah, but they came out strong in the first quarter.
Right, exactly. Especially Julius Randle. I think he had 17 in the first quarter.
17 points, yeah.
17 in the first quarter. Did he go scoreless in the second? No, I think he might have had 2 points. No, he ended up with 20 to finish the half.
I'll tell you right now. Randle in the second, right? I've been finding out as I'm looking this up. I've been finding that the women on my job are into sports way more than the men on my job. At least they don't talk about it as much as the women, and I love it. I love every part of it.
Yeah.
Because I work mostly with women, so it's like at least while I'm working, I can talk about
basketball with somebody, right?
Yeah, I mean they go hard, man. They football, hockey.
Really?
The only thing they don't talk about is baseball, and I'm glad because I hate baseball. So, but it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
I realize how lame I am, like, because I've never really been into watching baseball. I can't get into it.
Yeah.
I just cannot. I've been to a Yankee game at Yankee Stadium.
Yes.
And I've fallen asleep.
Yes. If you want some good sleep, put baseball on.
Put baseball on. You know what I mean? At home, at the stadium, you're gonna get a good nap.
Oh yeah. In fact, it's the only sport that most of the fans sleep in by far. Even golf. It's more exciting than like their fans don't fall asleep. A lot of people say, "Oh, that's because they're standing," but call it what it is, man. They're not sleeping.
I mean, the numbers are numbers, and the numbers say that more people sleep during baseball games than any other sport.
It is, and that's the one thing I hated the most about it. Like, it was just a lot of standing around, a lot of people adjusting, getting ready to play, and I'm just like, I don't want to see this. Like, I could watch baseball highlights.
I tried baseball, before we get back into it. I tried baseball in 4th grade. I think it might have been the worst experience I've ever tried, and like it was terrible.
Why?
Well, for one, I was terrible.
Okay.
I just wasn't good. I was an athletic kid. You know what I mean? I played every sport. Doesn't mean I was good at every sport, but I played sports. You know what I mean?
Right.
If it wasn't football or basketball, I'm just be out there running. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have fun. I'm a competitive person, so I'm gonna compete. So whatever I did that year, or that summer playing baseball, was bad enough for me to never want to play baseball again.
You're like, I'm good on this one.
Never. You know what I mean? I never decided that this is something that I need in my life. And I think it might have been the reason why I hate it the way I do it, like, now. But it's really, really embarrassing. On both offense and defense. I've had both embarrassing. On offense, they pulled out the defense. They pulled out the tee.
You were a kid, man.
I struck out on the tee, bro. Come on. I don't care how old you are. That shit's embarrassing. Yeah, I'm scared to say it now. Anyway, then on defense, I'm out in the outfield. Young right kid with ADD. I'm bored. You gotta keep my attention. You gotta keep my attention. Looking for something to do. Oh, my shoe's untied. Let me untie my shoe. Of course, I picked the right time to tie my shoe. And fly ball. I'm trying to fidget, get the damn mitt back on. And drop.
It's coming to you.
It's coming right to you. God, this kid is terrible. Like, yeah, I mean, it's just funny ears. I know. I know my mom was like, listen, I'm not about to be the parent that they all talking about after this. So I think
I'll meet you in the car.
Word. Yeah, I went to the game for the bubble gum. Like, that was it. Like, I was, Big League Chew.
Yeah.
Give me one of those. Anyway, thank God I didn't feel like that. None of our Knicks players felt like that tonight. But anyway, we already wasted 10 minutes of live time talking about baseball. But anyway,
fans wanted to hear about your baseball experience, and you delivered.
I hope it got me somewhere, because it didn't get me anywhere that day. So, it's
But to answer the question, yeah, he went scoreless in the second quarter. He only made one attempt at a shot, and it was not good.
And I think the 3 points that he got, the 3 points that he got in the second quarter was at the free throw line. So I think, he didn't even score like a real score. But anyway, let's just look at the numbers. Julius tonight, numbers look great. Plus minus says a little bit different, but 36, 13, and 4. Few plays Julius did that frustrated me. a lot of them were the grab the rebound and try to go up over 4 guys kind of plays. He made
I like that. I disagree. Yeah, I like that. I like that play, and I'll tell you why. Because 9 times out of 10, you get the, and if you can get it up and it fall in, you see he does that a lot. He gets the end run off of those. I like that play a lot.
Right.
I do like it. I think it's smart because if you see, he'll get it on the side and then he'll bring it into the center into traffic in order to get a foul. And I feel like the refs rob him often because he was getting whacked. He was getting whacked, and they were not calling it yet. They called fouls on the other team just for having a hand on the hip.
Yeah, I mean, those foul calls are terrible. I mean, that's usually how it is when you got a star in the building. You're gonna get those calls. It's never gonna match up. It's just terrible calls. Those plays bother me a lot because I do like that he can make those baskets and he can aggressively make a basket through the contact. But when there's multiple attempts under the rim with multiple players around you, it's like, all right, you got Grimes out there, you got whoever else was out there. Was it quickly? But he made it, so I couldn't really say much. It was just a frustrating play because it was like, all right, dude, I don't want to pick anything to be upset about tonight. You're having a good night. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be that guy. There's just certain plays I don't like in basketball, just like the RJ thing. And I talk to Joe about it all the time. I don't like that he doesn't take any mid-ranges. It's so easy to guard him. It makes it so easy to guard RJ because you know exactly what he's going to do if he does not shoot that three. And
he pulled a mid-range today. I think 1.
He did?
Yeah.
I must have went and got a drink at that point. But
and I thought it was a smart play because you know what, the defense thought he was going to drive it, so he stopped and pulled up. It was like a flip shot almost. But,
I know what you're talking about. It was like a runner kind of shot, like it wasn't like a pull up jump shot.
But he stopped. No, he stopped and he threw it up.
Yeah, it was like one of those push shots. Like it was like a 2-footer push kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which those are the shots that he can get make a lot often because of the style of play that he has. You know what I mean? Like you're always going to be able to get someone on your shoulder, stopping you from getting into the basket, and all you gotta do is stop. Boom.
Yeah.
Boom. It gives you 2 feet of space. If you perfect that, I guarantee you can get 5 to 10 points a game off of that easily. Just off of that move right there.
Increase your assist as well, because if you're stopped, you're controlled. You can see the floor. The defense is moving away from you, so you have a better opportunity to make a pass as well.
Yep. So I mean, I think now RJ didn't play the greatest games. You look at the numbers; he only had 16 points. He was 5 for 12. A lot of it was forced. He still had four fouls. I'm not gonna beat up RJ too much tonight because we did win. But I do want to see a little bit more creation in the mid-range area. It'll give him so much.
Agreed. 100% agree.
It'll give him so much, man. Like it just takes away from what he can do because everyone knows what you're going to do. And you're also not athletic enough to dunk on anyone. So it's like, all right, well, if he's gonna drive.
Ooh, I hope he's listening.
Listen, bro. All right, I said that wrong. He's not that he's not athletic enough. He's not the type of athlete that's gonna rise over multiple people in the lane and dunk. RJ's the kind of guy he'll get a dunk in the lane off like a break off like or even if it's in the half court situation, it's after he gets past someone. He's not going over the top of it.
Right.
He's not doing that. Right. So I think it just makes it so much easier to guard. If I'm a Jared Allen, all right, I know you're not about to dunk on me. Whatever you come over here with, I'm sending out here. Like it's easy. So those are the games that RJ usually struggles, is when you have to play an interior defender. I kind of expected this kind of game with this kind of efficiency from RJ because of where he gets his shots from. But I did see him start to force it a little bit, trying to throw shots up there and get. I I don't like when he forces it because he's never really efficient when he's on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, but we won. Yeah. We won the game. He had 16 points. Jalen.
I just want to point out one other thing. That last play when they were reviewing to see if the ball hit the rim, and then the refs came back, and they were just like, ruling on the floor stands. The basket did not hit the rim. I was just like, damn, man. And it like echoed throughout the garden. He shot an air ball in crunch time. So I mean, that couldn't have felt good for him. So I hope he works on that shot a little bit more.
To RJ, right?
Yeah.
What was it? One of those push shots from the mid range again?
No, it was a 3-point shot, and with seconds winding down. That's why they were trying to determine whether or not it hit the rim, because they was calling it a shot clock violation, and that's when they put more time back on the clock for Cleveland to finish us off.
Okay. Yeah, man.
But
those threes, bro.
That was embarrassing. Yeah. I don't even think he was guarded.
I don't know why Who, RJ?
Yeah, I don't even think he was guarded on that play. But
it's not good. I mean, listen, I think the kid is going to be good. He just needs time. I don't know if our fan base is going to be patient enough for him to figure that out. I personally believe if RJ can get with someone who can just get him a little bit more comfortable with the ball in a shot creating situation, like he has to be able to create a shot, because if there's no three there and there's no lane, he has to pass the ball.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, I agree. I thought I froze. My bad. Yeah.
He
has to pass. Yeah, I don't know what's been going on my internet recently. As you guys know, I just finished the move, so I'm trying to figure out at what point should I move the Wi-Fi extender, because I need an extender here apparently. But yeah, man, I think that if he had a little bit more of that loosey-goosey, like pull up mid-range kind of thing, like just get a little bit of just shot creation in the mid-range. That's it. I think that'll do wonders for his game. It'll open him up tremendously, because at that point, if someone feels like they have to guard you at the mid-range, then it gives you more of a lane. Like it just gives you more of a lane. And I don't want him to shoot 20 mid-range shots per game. I don't want anyone to think that's what I mean. I just want RJ to have more areas where he can be effective, because it just opens up what he does best, and that's get to the basket.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it on that. Good to see Quickly back tonight.
Yes. Yep.
Energy up and down the court, drawing fouls, plus 14. I think the highest plus minus on the team tonight. 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 9 points. There's been a lot of trade talk with Quickly.
Yes.
I don't like it. I used to like it. I don't like it anymore. I don't, because I feel like Quickly is the kind of guy that will go to another team and they'll use him the way he's supposed to be used, and then we're sitting here mad as usual every single time. Yeah, he struggled this year with his shot, but I think in terms of just being there in the right spots, he's been great, you know what I mean, and a lot more efficient in certain things that he does.
Yeah, he's been a catalyst in most instances where he comes off the bench and just is someone who you can rely on.
And that's the thing about him. And I was talking to my friend about this earlier, because he was asking me about Cam Reddish and what I thought about the situation, and I'm like, unfortunately, Cam's in a position where he has to be a starter to show his worth. He's not capable of being a role player and showing you that he can earn that position. I don't think that he has that in him, because he does have the talent to be a starter. I really do. He's very offensively gifted, like it's extremely gifted. But I think he's so gifted that he believes anything else outside of being a starter is under him. And I think that's an issue, because now you're forcing yourself to be a part of maybe a handful of teams in the NBA that are not good, but has the minutes for you. And that's not a place you want to be in your career, where you're on a Orlando team dropping 25 points a game, but you guys are never in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And I think that would make him happy. You know what I mean?
To play the game, yeah. I think a lot of people just want to do what they feel like they're made to do. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I just want to go out there and score. Sure. Dykeman, Rucker Park, anywhere. Riverbank. That's my guy. Please, first guy I want on the squad. Because he's gonna cook whoever's in front of him. But when you add other guys on the team, and it's kind of like he's not the guy anymore, that's when you start to see the other side of Cam. His body language is so loud when he doesn't get the ball. Speaking of body language, there was a time I think RJ didn't throw Isaiah Hartenstein an alley-oop. Isaiah Hartenstein had like a fucking fit. I was like, Jesus, Isaiah, relax. Like, you've been playing like shit for a while.
That was his moment, though.
Yeah, that was his moment. Like, I was about to have a highlight, but I guess RJ didn't see it. I mean, to be honest with you, if it's not Mitch, I'm not throwing it up there. Especially for Hartenstein.
No, Sims. I thought it was Sims, yeah.
Sims, Obi, Mitch, Hartenstein?
Yes, Obi too. Yeah. That's
it's not.
I don't know.
I'm not even gonna be mad at RJ for not throwing it, but I do think RJ could have had his eyes open a little bit. But shout out to Hartenstein, 4 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists.
Great block at the end of the game.
Yeah, one steal, one block, and that one block was the block that he had to get.
Yeah, we needed that one. We needed that one.
We definitely needed that one. Great comeback game for Hartenstein because the fans were at his neck.
He hasn't played well.
He hasn't been looking good, and the fans are letting him hear it. So, shout out to him for getting that opportunity. Okay, so Quentin Grimes, right?
Okay.
I really think that he has another level he can go to, but I don't. How can I say it? I don't know if he wants that. Like it kind of seems like he's okay with just being that role player, which is okay for now. It's just playing your role, playing the defense. He's amazing at what he does. I just think he gets a lot of minutes for the production that he brings. At least offensively. Now he's not going to get the ball all the time with Julius and RJ and Brunson. I don't expect that. But just unfortunately, he's always going to be a part of the two-man team that doesn't get the ball as much as everybody else, whether it's him and Jericho or him and Mitch. He's not going to get the ball as much as everybody else because there's just, there's too many shots. Like between RJ and Brunson tonight shot 25 shots and they made 10. You know what I mean? And that's between two guys. Julius Randle shot 21. So
on his own.
You know what I mean? That's 46 shots taken between three guys. So now Grimes a few times tonight, well, 2 times in particular, hit the wide open 3 from the spot up. And that's what you like about Grimes, the difference between Grimes and Cam. Grimes will sit in that corner until he gets the ball. And when he does, he's ready to shoot it.
Hate that.
So it's like, now one thing I do like about Grimes is that when he does get it, if the shot isn't there, he will head fake and try to get, to the lane and do something. And it's usually a quick move. He doesn't take long to make moves, that's what I do like about Grimes. RJ and Julius, they take too long to make moves. There was a play RJ in the fourth quarter where RJ the 3 wasn't there. I think Okoro was guarding him. He stopped him from getting to the basket, and it was like, all right, now it's you and RJ on the island, and RJ has to get past you with this ball. And we know what that looks like. Mm-hmm. And it looked exactly like that. So, you know what I mean? I feel like there is so much production Grimes can bring you on a nightly basis. I just think they need to get him the ball in different situations, not just the spot up catch and shoot situation, because I think that I don't want to open that door too much because maybe he's not ready for that. But it's just I don't know. How about what about you? What do you see from Grimes?
Grimes, I feel like the refs don't respect him yet because there was a lot of things that they were not calling, and I think that's why. I don't know if it was the third quarter or the fourth quarter, like when they finally, I think it was a jump ball call. Like you saw it, he looked like he was like, finally, you know, you called, because like they were passing them up, they were calling for fouls that I didn't believe were truly fouls.
No, I think that, it's the jump ball versus Donovan. Great that play. Great.
Because that wouldn't have been, I think if the refs were just a little bit off to the side, they would have probably called a foul on that. I don't think they respect him enough yet in order for him to get those calls. So I think if he cleans up his game just a little bit, and he's not as handsy, but I love his defense. So I don't even want to say pull back, but like I feel like for the refs, you got to play for them in some instances so that you can get those calls properly. Right. But I like him. I think when he does get that spot up 3-point shot, I don't hold my breath when he shoots it. I expect it to go in. Yeah. When it doesn't go in, I'm kind of like, oh, all right. Well,
right. You need more shooters like that on your team. Guys who aren't going to be afraid of the closeout and will take the shot and, shoot it at a high percentage.
And when Randall kicks it out, he usually kicks it out to a shooter. And tonight you saw him kick it out to Grimes a couple times. So he trusts him with that 3-point shot. So
I saw him kick it out to RJ for a 3 on one of those threes, and it was like you could see the uncomfortability. It was like
those Grimes there.
It's like, damn, since when did Grimes become lefty? But RJ hit 3, big shot. Yeah. No acknowledgement from Julius. Julius just turns and goes down the court. You know what I mean? Not the point, like a shot, like none of that. Just all right, there you go. This way. It's kind of like, all right, well,
maybe he expects it. He's just like, all right, finally, good.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. Maybe it was that time. I don't like, and like I said, I don't want to nitpick, but even with Hartenstein, you got to be careful of your body language, because these guys, like we've said a long time ago, these guys watch film. And they will see it at some point. They're going to see it. So you really got to be careful of the body language, because that ties into how I'm going to play with you on the floor. So, not a big deal. I just would like for these guys to pass the ball a little bit more. Same issue we had.
You got to move around a little bit more.
Yeah,
the ball will get past. There was one sequence that I thought was beautiful. And it was when Hartenstein was on the floor. He just positioned himself, like whenever the paint opened up, he would position himself there. That's why he got called for that.
3 seconds.
The interference, which I think was a bad call as well. He got called for the interference because he put it back as it came off of the rim. Because he positioned himself properly. Yeah. And then there was another shot again where I think it was either Julius or it was RJ who missed the shot, and he was right there to put it down. He positioned himself properly because he was moving. You see a lot of people just standing around, and it drives me crazy. It makes it so easy for the defense if you're not doing anything.
You're not moving. You're stationary. Like the defense can actually do more on when you're not moving.
So the movement helped their offense quite a bit.
I think the problem with the movement on this team is there's so many ISO heavy guys that you're not going to get everyone so ISO heavy. They're waiting for you to get your shot off.
Who's ISO heavy besides Randall?
I mean, RJ's ISO heavy. He's definitely ISO heavy. Like I can't even. He's starting to become a mini Randall. He's starting to become. Unless Randall's not on the floor. I swear that RJ only passes the rock when it's him in the second unit. Or if it's Mitch in the paint. Like it's like he goes for his own.
Because he probably wants it back.
Yeah, like he wants it back. But, I forgot what was the point I was proving.
You were saying about the offense and people being
the movement. So, like, if I'm on the court and I got an RJ,
I was talking about the offense, but yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah. Okay. But if I'm on the court, well, I'm also talking about the offense.
Okay.
Because if I'm on the court with RJ and Julius, and I know that when they get the ball, they're going to need space, I'm not gonna move around a lot. You know what I mean? Like and that's the thing. When you have a lot of ISO heavy guys, like when Melo was here, did we see any player movement? Well,
yeah,
they just want to.
They watched him.
Yeah, they want to stay out of his way.
Even if you're ISO heavy, the pick and roll, the slip, all these things you can still do and not expect the ball.
Right.
So it's still doable. I see other teams do it beautifully. I think the Cavs do it beautifully, and I think that's why they play so well together, because it's almost like they're reading each other's minds. They're moving this way, so I'm going to go this way, but then I'm going to make myself open for the pass just in case you want to. Like, that's what you should do. It shouldn't be like, all right, let's watch what he's going to do, and I'll clean it up if it doesn't work out the way. Like, I don't like watching that basketball. I don't like that.
It's not fun. It's not productive.
It's ugly.
It's ugly. It is a little
one and done. One and done when you see that kind of stuff. I don't like it.
Right, and that's the thing that bothers me, is because if it's not Randall getting a jump shot, then he passes the ball. Like, it's never a swing it to Randall swings it to the next guy. Right. Never. Like, you never see that. It's never a you swing it to RJ swings it to the next guy. It's like they get it and it's like head fake, dribble. I'm gonna try to get, you know what I'm saying? And
there's nothing wrong with that.
If it's working, it's not. Yeah, if it works,
not only if it's. I mean, it should work. Unless why are you doing it? But it's not a bad thing, because you have there's a go-to guy. You know what I mean? And everyone knows that Randall is the star of this team, without a doubt. Yeah. RJ probably does that now because he wants to be respected as the number 2. Or maybe even the number 3. I don't know where his head is. So when he gets the ball, he has to do something with it. But I mean, it shouldn't happen every single play. In other words,
right? Every single play shouldn't be the play where you're sitting around watching someone. Like, we had 25 assists tonight, which is a lot higher than what we normally get. I think last game we had like 18 or something like that. 13 of our assists came from bench guys. 13. So more than half of our assists came from bench guys. Quickly with 6, Hartenstein with 4, McBride with 1.
Yeah, well, our second unit is better than a lot of other teams' second units. So yeah.
But they haven't been proving that recently. And I think that was the tale tonight. The tale tonight was the bench actually stepped up the way they were supposed to all year. And because you look at it, Hartenstein's numbers, they say it. You know what I mean? 4 assists, 4 points, 9 rebounds. Quickly 9 assists, 9.6 assists, 5 rebounds. It's just they're starting to get back in rhythm. I know Obi was out for a while. Quickly missed last game. Rhythm is a real thing. We're not going to see Cam Reddish or Derrick Rose, so we're going to have a lot more rhythm because it's going to be a 9-10 man rotation half the time. So I don't know, man. I think that there needs to be a little bit more cohesion offensively. RJ Barrett 1 assist. Julius Randle had 4. Jericho Sims had 9. Of course, he's mainly dunking. Grimes with 3 and Jalen Brunson with 4. So, not terrible passing, but you do want to see easier baskets. That's just where I am with it. I want to see easier baskets with these guys. They fight so hard for some baskets. And at the end of the day, if you're not making all your free throws and if you're fatiguing yourself, you're going to be in this position every single game. Tonight they shot 66% from the free throw line, 14 to 21. So you can't do that. 14 of 21, and we won by 2 points. Now, God forbid Donovan Mitchell hits a step back 3. What are we going to be talking about? Missed free throws.
Yeah, it's true. So, especially when you lose by like 1 or 2 points.
Right. Yeah. So you missed 7 free throws. Last game, I think we missed 6. It's like this is a common theme with this. You know what I mean? Cleveland was 11-16 tonight, and that's bad. They missed 5 free throws, and that's still bad. You know what I'm saying? And they still made more than we did. Well, they didn't make more. It was 11-16. We made 14-20.
They missed less.
They missed less than that. But you know, you got to hit your free throws. You got to swing the ball, and you got to limit your turnovers. No matter what, you got to limit. We lose the turnover battle every single night. I think
we make the dumbest turnover.
Dumbest. Julius Randle had 5 tonight. You know what I mean?
And 2 of them were completely.
Huh?
He knows for a fact that 2 of them were completely stupid.
Yeah, unnecessary. Completely unnecessary.
And 2 of them were bad passes. I don't know.
You can't now. Don't get me wrong. All of the guys with the most assists had, you know, a lot of turnovers. And, you know, Julius Randle with 5, Hartenstein with 2, Quickly with 2, Grimes with 2. But we gotta limit. We can't continue to lose the turnover battle every game. They turned it over 10 times. We turn it over 15. And it's like, it's either we're turning it over 15, 17, 19 times a game. And that's, you know what I mean? How often are we going to win games every single night if we can't hit free throws consistently? We can't. We can't protect the ball. You know what I mean? And then on defense, it's just like half the time we're just letting guys take shots. So, shout out to the guys for making it happen tonight. You know what I mean? Limit all of the second chance points. We really miss Mitch. I really can't wait for Mitch to play again. I'm starting to realize that when Mitch comes back, we might have to go back to being the 10-man rotation. Unless I think he might completely take Jericho Sims out of the rotation. Which doesn't make sense to me because it's like when Mitch was playing, Isaiah Hartenstein was the backup, and then Jericho Sims was getting like the third string minutes. So now that Mitch is out, Jericho Sims is starting, and Hartenstein is still playing bench minutes.
I mean, he's getting more than just bench minutes because he's getting more than Toppin. Toppin is getting like real bench minutes, and he was hot.
I don't know why. Let's talk about that. This is the last thing we can get about here. This is second game back to back where Obi Toppin has somewhat of an efficient game. One of the highest plus minuses with 12, plus 12 tonight. The most points off the bench in 10 minutes and 22 seconds.
Yeah.
But he doesn't play more than 10 minutes and 22 seconds?
Yeah. They want. I mean, we spoke about this before though. It's because Randall is there. Like once the coach wants Randall back in, like Obi, you gotta take a seat, and that sucks. Because you should give Randall some more rest.
As a coaching staff, you gotta find a way to get Obi on the floor more. That's just it. Like you gotta, like we're missing a big right now. We're literally missing a big, and you're playing Jericho Sims more minutes than Obi Toppin.
What is it about Obi's game do you think the coaching staff is wary of or nervous about where they're not playing him more minutes, especially the fact that he's producing points? What do you think his game is lacking?
Obi he's suffering, and it's a little bit worse for him because he has 0 ball control. He has the same issue RJ's having. If it's not a 3, it's at the basket. There's no mid-range. There's no post-up. None of that. So, if everything you're doing is getting a fast break, let's see how many rebounds Obi had tonight. Obi had 3 rebounds. So, not terrible, but he's not a great rebounder. He's not the best defender. But I think most of the issue is, like you said, he plays the same position as Julius Randle. And that's going to be his demise. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, if Randle there, why is Obi Toppin still here? That's the only reason why I'm like, yo, what is going on? Like, is there a Randle trade somewhere? You extend Obi. You have him here. He's still playing the same minutes he played last year, and I know he's not cool with that. So, what is going on? Like, is there something you're trying to work out for him, for Julius?
I don't know. Because, I mean, he does still make some boneheaded moves, but I just think that's because of the inexperience. He needs to play against other players to figure out what's happening. I think he's adjusting pretty well. It's just he still seems to just hang out in that corner often to get that 3-point shot. But you can't blame him. There's a lot of people growing up watching the NBA, and they want to be that guy hitting threes from the corner and lighting up the crowd, and they want to be making those highlight dunks. And I think that's what drives Obi. Remember, he came from New York. Like, that's what people want to see. They want to see that jump shot. They want to see that highlight dunk. And I think he's just stuck in that. And I feel like if he works a way around that and figures out how to make that more of a team thing, I think he'll get more minutes. Not in New York, but in general.
Yo, Obi?
Yeah.
I hope so. I think there's a game in there where he can be very, very productive on a certain team. That is. But I do think he can reach that. I think he's more willing to go through that grind of being that role player so that he can get to where he wants to be. I see that in him. I don't doubt that at all. So I don't know, man. I'm hoping that we figure something out with Obi.
Yeah. I like him. I mean,
I like the guy.
I don't want to see him go, but if he went, I would get it.
I get it. And at the end of the day, we also got to stop being so protective of all of our pieces and accept that they're gonna have to be traded one day.
Yeah, I let that go a while ago.
Yeah, we gotta let that go. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have much. You got anything else you want to touch on before we get up out of here?
I do not.
That's my man right there. Just kidding. So Thursday, Knicks play the Celtics. Don't know if we're going to be here for that. Don't know. It will be a nationally televised game, as well as Saturday versus the Nets on ABC, as well as Tuesday versus the Lakers on TNT. So the next 3 games will not be on any of the MSG networks that a lot of our fans watch the games on. So yeah, good luck with that. I don't know how we're gonna figure that out, but Celtics, Nets, Lakers, Heat are the next 4.
So
I think there's 2 games we can win in there. I think we can beat the Nets for sure because they don't have KD still.
KD's out.
Yeah. Lakers, I think
maybe.
we can beat the Lakers. I think we can beat the Lakers, and we might. I think I'm gonna give a might to the Heat. We might be able to beat them. I mean, the Heat usually have our number.
Yeah.
Celtics
just lost to Orlando, so I mean, I'm hoping that they bring that to the next game when we have to play them.
Who's home?
Orlando. Celtics. Celtics is
we
home, and the Nets are home.
And we might be able to get it.
And then we're home for the Lakers and the Heat. I think the Heat's going to take us out. I hope not, but I think they will.
Oh damn, we're playing the Lakers in the Garden. Yeah. We're losing that game. I'm not gonna lie. LeBron goes to freaking Madison Square Garden. It's like he takes his shoes off, he hangs his hat, all kinds of shit.
Did he pass the record yet? Because
I don't think so.
Because if it's lined up, he's going to do it in the Garden.
He's going to do it in the Garden. I wouldn't be surprised.
He's going to do it there. It'll be fitting.
On Tuesday in Madison Square Garden. He might rest a few games just so he does it in Madison Square Garden. But I don't know. We'll see. If you don't know what to expect, like I said, you don't know what to expect from this team. But you do know that when you're playing at home in the Garden, people show up to play in the Garden. Like tonight,
yes, they do.
Donovan Mitchell showed up.
Yeah.
Jared Allen, like these guys showed up to play in the Garden. They had 4 guys in double digits, but their 3 best players, Jared Allen 24, Darius Garland at 22, and Donovan Mitchell at 24. Now Donovan Mitchell didn't shoot a great percentage tonight. He actually shot 37.5%. It was 9 for 24. So it wasn't a great outing from Donovan Mitchell. Like I said, we would have been sitting here singing his praises if he would have hit a step back 3 to beat us. And that would have made him 10 to 25. It still was bad. Bad shooting.
And then he got injured at the end of the game. Do you think it was serious enough for him to miss games?
I think he just had to. He was at home, a little embarrassing. He had to play. I think that's.
He's a good sport. I don't think he would have faked that, because even when he was trying to get up, like it looked like he was having issues. You don't believe it? Because that's where he injured the last time. His hamstring.
His hamstring. It's possible.
I mean, it looks serious. I don't think he would have laid down for the last play.
I don't know. I watched it. He was already on the floor, and I think Julius might have stepped on him. That's the worst that happened.
Oh yeah. You think he got stepped on?
Yeah. I mean,
I think he fell and landed funny, and I think it pulled something. That's what it looked like to me, but I didn't get a good angle at it.
He was sitting upright, but I think he turned on the floor, and he kind of was laying on his stomach, and I think that might have been when Julius stepped on his back of his leg.
Maybe.
And that's probably when something happened, but I don't think he's severely hurt. I do think if he did hurt himself, it wasn't anything that's gonna keep him out. I wouldn't be surprised if he's there next game. Just everything is a go.
Hope so.
Yeah, but we'll see. But that's all we got. Thank you guys for tuning into the Garden Knicks podcast. I know it's been a while. We're waiting for everyone to catch up to the algorithm of us being here again. It's been a minute. So I understand. I get it. You know, the algorithms are very unforgiving. But guess we're not going nowhere. GUK.
We're gonna be here.
We're gonna be here. We have our breaks. We got a lot going on. There's a bunch of us. We're all fathers. We're all husbands. We got a lot going on. But at the end of the day, this is one thing that we love to do. It's talk Knicks, and we're gonna be here regardless. So we'll be here. I don't know if it'll be Thursday. I'm not gonna sit here and promise you that. But I would not be opposed to coming on and talking about a win versus the Brooklyn Nets on Saturday. It's something that I would love to do. So hopefully that's something we can do for sure on Saturday. And if not, whatever. As long as we find
we're gonna talk about it whether we're on the show or not. So
or not. I'm just hoping that we can grab that 6th seed and then get up out of here, man. Yeah. But that's it. That's all I got, man. I hope you guys have a good one. And of course, as usual, until next time, you guys have a good one.